What's the deal like a pickle, beloveds? It's your boy Zay back with another brand new banger for y'all. This is Life of Zay. Thank you for clicking on that channel. Check it out if you're new here. Look around, see if there's something for you. If there ain't, you better get up out of here pretty fast. But if there is, what I need y'all to do is hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn the bell on so you know when I drop these bangers. We're getting ready to do a giveaway for you guys here very soon. Just stay tuned. It's coming. Right now, we are sitting at 2,182 and climbing. If you're already part of those numbers, I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. This is crazy, y'all normal to us, because that shit be crazy to y'all, but it's normal life to us. This one right here is going to be called When the Casket Drops, okay? When the Casket Drops. Basically, I'm going to give y'all an idea on death that I feel like I have. I'm going to share some of the stories, some of the times that I've watched people die. Not watched them die, but you know, some of the devastating things that we went through as kids, you know what I mean? I'm going to share stuff like that, so y'all stay tuned. You know, we're going to get into this. So for as long as I can remember, death has been really present in my life. You know, as far as losing people, seeing people die, you know what I mean? I think I seen the first person die was at my uncle's house. It was one of my cousins. I think I was about 6 years old, somewhere around there. That's the first experience and encounter that I had with death. You know, and as the years went on, I seen more and more of it. I think, honestly, guys, no joke, I've probably seen about 10 people die. And I'm not talking about natural causes, you know, because that'll be a whole lot more. But I'm talking about homicides, guys. I've probably seen 10 people get their lives taken from them since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And what that does to you growing up, it desensitizes you to everything. Trust me, that's the ugliest thing that you'll see. And you get a feeling, you know, it's like a sick feeling. It's kind of weird. It feels a little weird, but it is what it is, you know, and a lot of us have experienced that. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It's a little crazy, though, guys. Like, it'll affect you for a few days after, you know, how it affects you. It just kind of seems like it's almost like fake, and then, like, you remember the ugliness of it, you know, so that stands out also during this whole thing. You can remember smells, you know, like, there's so many things, guys, that you'll remember, you know, and I've always... What happened with me, guys, is I got desensitized to death at a young age, so I really didn't care for life. I really didn't value life too much, as in other people's lives, you know, and in turn, that had me sitting in jail for a very long time, you know, because I didn't learn to value life like I should have. Even more so after my mother passed away, I got a whole new perspective on life. And I don't know if it's like that now for me, because I have a partner that I love dearly and children that I'd die right now for. So I don't know if it's still like that, guys. But after my mom died, understand one thing. I had my stepdad. Like, he was the best stepdad in the world. You know what I mean? He's my dad. You know, I call him my dad. He's my dad. Couldn't ask for a better stepdad. But mom is mom. You know, mom is your mom. And I know I had my stepdad, but I'm saying, like, my mom was there. You know, my stepdad, he raised us good. He taught us what he needed to. But he wasn't so loving, like he wouldn't hug you. You know what I mean? Like, he's a man. You know what I mean? Kind of how I am, I guess, in a sense. But, you know, mom was mom. She'd always hug us and kiss us and stuff like that, you know? And when I lost her, I felt like I lost everything I had, you know? I didn't have anybody at the time. Like, I had no one there. And, it was just crazy, you know. But after that, I got a whole new sense of death. Like, I didn't care no more, you know. I knew everybody was gonna die. I just learned to accept it, you know, because I had to accept it, guys. I was locked up whenever my mom died. You can't, even though we did, you know, the whole unit cried. And, you know, we prayed, they cried with me, you know, they cried for me. It was dope. It was dope. But, you know, those guys really got me through that, you know, because I was locked up. But what I'm saying, guys, is that I had to accept it so quick, and I still don't think that I fully accepted it. It's been about 6.5 years, you know. This was right before I met Star. Man, I'd give anything for her to be there through there with me, because, guys, I haven't accepted and let go of my mom's death until recently because of her, you know. She made me feel like it's okay to do that. But yeah, man, like I said, I got a whole new perspective on death since that happened. It was ugly. I didn't see it happen, thank God, or it wouldn't have happened. I would have stopped it or gave my life, whatever. But it's just, the feeling that I have on death, guys, is I know people are going to die. And I still don't value life as much, and I wish that I would, because I have beautiful children, you know. But it's not that I don't value life, like I live reckless or I do stupid shit. I don't do none of that, guys. You know, what I'm talking about is, I understand that people are gonna die. You know, I know that my loved ones are gonna die. You know, I know that I know I'm gonna die before my kids one of these days. You know, and I just got a whole different outlook. You know, like, no one lasts forever. I thought mom was gonna live forever. I did never think she was gonna die. I said, she ain't never gonna die. She's gonna live forever. My mom's gonna outlive me, and it didn't happen that way, guys. I never would have expected such a sweet person like her to get taken from us so fast. You know, she was only 42, I believe. And it's crazy, guys. I mean, it's really crazy, you know. And I wish one of the things that hurts me is I wish we all had time with her still, and we don't. But back to what I'm saying, this whole thing of death, guys, it's like an experience that will forever change you, you know, when people are close to you. And like I said, I've seen people so close to me. Andres, just so many people. Showtime, Little Ricky, Little Tudor. I can name so many people, guys. I was 10 years old. By the time I was 10 years old, I probably already been to like 15, 20 funerals of kids, guys. These ain't grown-ups, you know. They weren't all grown-ups. A lot of them were kids that lost their life. And that's shit that's like, you know, little AJ, my cousin Hoodlum. It's just so many, guys. It is crazy. I know there's a lot more that I'm not naming, but it's just crazy, you know, gun violence, guys, or violence in any aspect, whether it's stabbing, whatever. It's just crazy how stuff happens, and that's what we had to go through, you know. And now, like I said, I have this idea on it, on death, and it's just something totally different from a lot of people, guys. I've seen, like I said, I'm not gonna go into it about details and stuff, but I have seen people get murdered, you know, several people, and it's just ugly, you know. But the thing about it is, there's nothing you can do whenever, besides stop them. But when a person you love and a person you love meet right here and murder one another, or whatever happens, it's like, you know, and some people might not understand it, but what's understood don't need to be explained, guys. But it's like, you can't get in those things. You can't get in those things. That's between them, and you got to be mutual. And it sucks, because usually one of these battles out here is gonna end. It's gonna result in death, you know, and that's usually what happens. Most of the people that died that are loved ones of me was by another loved one. Put it that way, by someone else close, and you know, you can't get in, and it sucks because they both lose their life. You know, they go to prison and one's dead, and it's just crazy, you know. But it's almost like I get this cold feeling about it, you know, like I care about it to a certain extent, you know, like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I guess it's all bottled into the same emotion, and it really removes, like I said, guys, in order to do stuff like that, you have to be desensitized from certain things. When I was like 7 years old, I don't know why, but I would watch videos like cartel videos and stuff like that, or animals being killed. I would always watch videos like that. And listen, guys, like I said, I was a troubled kid. I was messed up, you know, my mind. And the road that I got put on, because of that, it was like, ultimately, that's what's going to happen to you, is you're going to commit, you know, a homicide or something very violent, because that's the road you're heading on, guys. And that's the road that I was on. When I got to boys' school, everybody with high crimes or violent crimes against people, they did a brain study on them, guys. I still have my picture in my portfolio. I'm going to grab it here in a second, but they did a brain study on them, and basically what it was they're trying to see what triggers the mind and what you're desensitized to, you know. And I had my scores, I lost them, but basically they were showing you slideshows of like babies burning and shit like that. And the reason was because they wanted to see if it triggers something in your mind, so that they can understand the brain, you know, because a child's brain's not fully developed. My score was really low, guys, for the sensitivity thing. Like, it wouldn't trigger something in my mind. Hence why my crime happened, why my crime was able to happen like that, because I was just desensitized, you know. And I know that I wasn't born this way. I know that it's not just something that I have, you know what I mean? It's not just something that people have. It has to be taught, guys, because everybody's not like that. It has to be taught a certain way, or what you see. And I think for me, it wasn't that I seen movies. The fact of the matter was, I seen people get killed at a young age. It was always around. Death was always around. Even if I didn't see it, somebody was calling, somebody got killed last night. Like, this is Roswell, guys. So many people get killed here, it's not even funny. Especially more so back in the 2000s, man, it was crazy. But what I'm saying is, I think that desensitized me fully, and that's why everything that took place with me was so easy. And like I said, they did that brain study on me, and my score was so low, it was like 8th percentile out of, usually regular people score like a 70 to a 78 or something like that, and mine was like 7 or 8th percentile on the bottom for the sensitivity to things, you know, like people dead, stuff like that. And like I said, that got removed from me because I seen violence so much that I wanted to see that every day, and I couldn't see it every day. So what I would do is I would watch those things on the internet, guys, and they ended up finding out in school, and they tried to like charge me with stuff. It was dumb, but I shouldn't have been looking at that anyway. But I was watching like the cartel, you know, cutting off heads and all that stuff, you know, and people don't understand that really does something to you. So, you know, it might not be nothing for you to share it on your Facebook or whatever. I'm guilty of it too. I have before. But understand, if there's 12-year-olds on there, 13-year-olds, you're showing them that. So then that right there is starting the path of desensitizing them to death. And when you desensitize them to death, and again, guys, I'm not talking about death like natural cause death, none of that. I'm talking about cold-hearted murder. When you desensitize children to death by showing them those things, you're gonna mold a killer. You know what I mean? Just hey man, let's keep it real. You're gonna mold a killer, and that's not right for anybody to do. You know, I say it all the time. People's choices were their choices. Now we have our own choices to live how we want. So just think before you share those things, you know, on your social media and stuff. Because like I said, if you have kids on there, they're gonna click on the next one and the next one, and before you know it, they start watching those every week, then every couple of days, you know, and before you know it, they're infatuated with murder, and then they start like it's just crazy. Like I remember when I was little, the teachers would always tell my mom I was infatuated with murder, and I was always drawing dead people, like hanging, like getting their head shot off, you know. When I was a little kid, guys, I was drawing crazy ass shit like that because of what I seen in my day-to-day life, because what I seen at home when the teachers weren't there, you know, and all the stuff that I seen, it causes a lot of PTSD today. Like, I'm really nervous talking about this, but I feel like somebody out there needs this topic, you know, and somebody has to know that it's okay and there is help, because I'm telling you, you know, the crazy thing is, and I know I brag on my girl a lot, and people might be like, oh, this nigga's always bragging on his girl, but you know what? Honestly, bro, I can tell you 100%. That's the only way that I got through all this shit. That's the only way, because she's helped me so much with everything that I didn't understand, you know. And it sucks because the broken people like that, she had a rough life, you know. Broken people are the ones that help, but they don't get the help, you know. So I'm trying to figure shit out so I could help her. But yeah, man, like the PTSD and all the shit that I suffer with from that is caused by just what I seen, man. You know, it's crazy. Like, it's an unstopping thing here. It's too many kids have to deal with that. But like I said, all the funerals I went to, man, having to watch, you know, the big homie die, having to watch a bunch of cousins and friends and stuff like that die, it just sucked. You know, I started going to funerals when I was like 10 years old. No, when I was like 7 years old, actually. My brother and my cousin's best friend, his name was Ricky. He was actually shot in a drive-by. And he was our neighbor, you know, for a lot of years. And when I went to his funeral, it was heartbreaking, man. It was scary to see a little kid, you know, he was about 12 years old in a casket. And it was so heartbreaking to us, man. Like, I'll never forget that day, you know. My brother and my cousin were broken over that. And he was a character, man. Little Ricky used to make jokes. I remember, I was little, but I remember he used to make jokes all the time and sing this McDonald's song, with your mind on your money and your money on your mind, rolling down the street. He would sing something about McDonald's like that, and he was a good kid, man. And unfortunately, you know, a drive-by, man. And then my brother's friend Aaron, we went to his funeral at a young age, you know, and it just kept going, guys. Like, it kept going from there. We never stopped going to funerals, and it is what it is, you know. But it desensitized me. But real quick, I want to show y'all the form. We're coming up on 15 minutes, but I want to show y'all the picture of my brain. If you can understand, you know, what they do with the study. But let me get it real quick. So this right here is my portfolio from boys' school. It's me. Here's my commitment paper. Committed to New Mexico boys' school at the age of 21. Here's all my info. But this is what you call a portfolio, guys. It's basically just your achievements and stuff like that, you know. My bad. But let me find this. This is all zoomed in on me. My bad, guys. So this right here is the picture from the study. from the brain study. Like I said, when you had a high crime, they did a brain study on you. You can see it's me. What they told me is this part of your brain, I guess like half of your brain doesn't work. Like you don't use it, you know? Or something about that. You don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know how they explained it, but basically the front part of your brain, and that's the part that gets damaged a lot too. This part right here and back here is for the decision making and basically the effect that that you know you have, like when you see things, when you feel things. That's what it is, guys. And if that's off, that's when people begin to be desensitized to certain things, you know, and that's what it is. But you know, apparently mine was also off, you know, and I believe that happened to me because I was infatuated with death because of what I've seen, you know, and it just became too familiar and regular with me, you know, for me not to be. So that's what started happening to me. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm getting help now. I've been getting help for years. And, you know, it's just a lot to deal with, but you can accomplish it. You know, PTSD ain't forever, so don't think it is. But anyway, if anybody deals with that, man, just go get some help. To explain why homicide and killings and murders and deaths, why I was desensitized to that as a little kid, because that's crazy to people, you know. It's unheard of and it's not normal. But that's why I was, because I seen a lot of people get killed. I seen death surrounding us constantly. And like I said, it wasn't until my mom's death that I got a whole new idea on death and I understood it more and I felt more things for it. But before that, it was just normal to me, you know. It was normal life and it didn't really affect me too much like it should. It should affect kids, you know. Like my son, when he watches a video that's sad and someone gets hurt or something in a movie that we're watching, he cries. My little baby Giovanni. For me, I wouldn't cry. I'd probably rewind it. You know, I was just, like I said, a lost kid, you know. But trying to get there, man. But hey, man, like I said, if you suffer with that, keep God at your center. Keep praying. Keep pushing. And you'll get through it, man. Everybody can. I'm trying to. So you should too. Anyway, this is crazy, y'all. Normal to us, because that shit's crazy, y'all. But it's normal life to us. I didn't get a chance to plan this one, guys. This is a real fast one, so you know, just be patient with me. Like I said, we're gonna do some giveaways here soon. Hope y'all had a Thanksgiving. I didn't get to see y'all. Camera was dead. I had an amazing one with my family. Tomorrow we might do a live or a sponsor video. I don't know yet, but I will let y'all know. But yeah, man, stay safe. Keep your family safe. Keep God at your center. I love y'all. I'm Zay. I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out.